We're live!
What's up? It's Judd Daugherty here with McCrae and Dani from BBL Summer. How y'all doing tonight?
Woohoo!
Talking to me, or are you talking to the fans?
Yeah, we're rocking our, well, I actually have Dani's shirt on. I don't know where mine is. So me and McCrae are rocking our Get to Steppin' shirts. In honor of Gina Marie, we hope you get to stepping soon and your legs.
It's kind of ironic. It's kind of ironic, really.
Yeah, yeah. The irony.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, well soon. We know you're in pain, so we hope you get feeling well. And
everyone send her some love.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. And get your ass to Tennessee as soon as you get walking.
Yes, come on.
But anyways, it's been a crazy week, kind of, in the Big Brother house. What are y'all thinking? Like, we had Devin leave, and I kind of figured people would start to have a new scapegoat, and I think that'll be Caleb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. They have a few scapegoats right now, it looks like.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really jealous about that Battle of the Block competition, the chess game.
Really?
I wanted to play that one so bad. Like, that was, like, I think the competition that got me into Big Brother. Like, watching, because James won that one on season 6, I believe. And, like, I think that's what happened. I don't know. But, like, that whole competition, I was just like, oh, my God, this is such a cool game because it works your mind. Like, it's not, like, just about physicality or anything like that. And, like, that game, to me, it's, like, a game that I want to play in super bad, but I don't think I would be good at that game at all. Like, I don't think I would be good at that game, but I think it'd be the best game to play in.
I don't really even know how to play chess. Like, David started trying to teach me, like, the first week that we were in our house, and, you know, I kind of got the grasp of it, but not good enough to...
But it's like, it's not even a chess game, though, that they're playing. It's pretty much you just move the same movements as one of the pieces, you know?
Yeah, it reminded me kind of like Battleship or something.
It's more of just, like, pretty much... like taking out people's options or like seeing like multiple steps ahead. That's pretty much how you win that game, is if you just like think a lot of steps ahead. I wonder if they must have had some sort of time limit per turn between the two partners or something like that. I don't know. But that, I was so jealous. I was like, oh, I want to play that one. Even the dice game that Devin got to play before was another one where I was like, fuck, I want to play that.
Was awesome.
That one looks so cool.
Yeah, I want to play these comps without having to worry about my safety and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I bet I would be so much better at them, like, not being so nervous, like, about my safety in the game and stuff. You know?
Yeah. I feel like I'd be worse.
Really?
I felt like that, like, living on the edge where it's like, oh my god, this could be the end. Like, I gotta fucking work so much harder. Oh, I don't know if I can swear.
Or some comps if you don't necessarily want to win or whatever, and you're just like...
Oh, yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? But getting to play them without anything mattering, like...
Yeah.
You know,
very true.
You know, I think it'd be fun, or not having to worry about anything. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. And in a cool area to do them. Not fucking Southern California hot.
And with the roof closed.
And we're getting smoldered. Yeah, smoldered.
Yeah, and
yeah, I mean, that was a cool game. I thought that was really sweet. I don't know, that's pretty much all I've got of this season. Or of this week, I mean, I should say.
Yeah, and then, okay, so Devin got evicted, and then, what do you know, let's see, Nicole and Derek. I always get the guys' names mixed up because there's so many D's, it seems like. Derek, and Donnie. But, you know, I'm so tired of the same people going on the block every single week. I can't wait till the twist goes away. I think it'll kind of eliminate that a little bit. I love the twist at first, but now I'm ready for it to expire. I'm sick of it.
How long do you think it's gonna go for?
I would say maybe one more week next week, and then maybe it'll be over. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of our season when our.
I know. Yeah, this is the week that Caitlyn got evicted, I think.
Yeah.
This is your week right now. Yeah.
Well, no, actually one more week, because whenever next week would be Howard's.
But who got it after you, Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron, then Gina Marie.
Yeah, this Thursday night, HOH was your roulette me, HOH, that she rolled the ball into the 30.
Oh, okay, so that's what this Thursday would be.
Yeah, but I think they might have endurance because they're already on indoor lockdown.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be
yeah, they're doing endurance, huh?
I think so.
And at this point, we already had at this point, we were playing the roulette game. sometime tonight. We got a chance to like go out and practice.
Oh, the practice thing?
Yeah, we have to practice roulette tonight.
I never even practiced. I just smoked cigarettes and picked up the balls. Well, I mean, I couldn't compete, so I was like,
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
It was just
I know it was dumb of me for even to like smoke a quick cigarette, but like I was like, fuck it. This is the only time we have like outside. Like I'm gonna smoke. I practice, but I shouldn't have smoked. I should have just fucking dedicated my time. Doesn't matter, I guess. Really.
No, I don't. The stuff like that, it don't matter if you practice or not. There's no strategy.
It's a crapshoot.
Crapshoots, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could close your eyes and throw it behind your back and do as well.
I was kind of thinking about like how far do you think that they could push this twist? Like, say they go past like when they got rid of the twist for our season.
Oh God!
Like, how like. I mean, numbers-wise, it pretty much has to be 6, right? Because it'd be 2 HOHs, and then each people has 2 extra people that they nominate. So 6 people, and then those 2 battle. So, like, pretty much they could run it down. They could run this twist down to 6 people. I think that's when it would get more interesting of a twist, I guess, but...
No, I could see them going further than they did with ours, just to shake things up and be different, but... I hope not. I'm so tired of this twist. Like, it was cool at first, but I'm sick of it. I'm over it. I'm tired of the same people winning. I'm fucking tired of Derek, too. Like, like, him and Frankie, like, hey, Donnie's in Team America, too. Like, include him. Tired of them just including him. And
they totally take him for granted.
Yeah, and they should know that America voted all 3 of them Team America, not just the 2 of them.
Well, Derek, it seems like, from what I've heard recently, maybe not recently, but Derek seems like he's worried about Donnie, because Derek is smart enough to realize that if Donnie goes to the end of the game, he will win automatically. Plus, already, this dude has America behind him, so he understands how, you know, dangerous Donnie actually is. Donnie, on the other hand, I feel like knows exactly how Derek is. I feel like that's a battle that's, like, it's like in the making, you know, like I think that's what it's gonna be eventually. Like these next coming weeks are gonna be kind of like a power struggle between those 2, really.
Yeah, well, I'm Team Donnie all the way, and Team Amber. I guess I don't even have a favorite this season. I don't know if it's because I watched the season different than I did before.
Yeah,
but I don't have a favorite at all. I like certain people. I really like Amber. I like Cody. I like Hayden, Nicole. Donnie, of course. You know, I have people that I like, but I don't have anybody that I'm just like full on support. And I'm kind of like now that Amber's finally starting to really play and understand what's going on in the background. You know, I'm starting to kind of want her to get the next HOH.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. She's in a dicey position because like I don't know, because like if she tries to push like Caleb away too hard, because she's being like, yeah, like Caleb, I don't like you. She's being really gentle about it, which is smart, because if you push too hard, then he might just go the opposite way and be like, well, I got to get her out of the house. Fuck this, you know?
Yeah, he might turn on her. That's what I was
thinking. So she's in a really bad position.
And Derek and Jocasta warned her about that last night because she was going to go have a talk with him after their date. And they both warned her that if you come right out and say it, it's possible that he could flip the other way. And Jocasta made a great analogy and said, you know, out of sight, out of mind, it'll hurt less. So he may think, well, if I get rid of Amber, then she's not here and it's not going to hurt as bad, and so I'll get rid of her.
Yeah, I just hope that Amber doesn't get HOH and put him up, because he's going to have her back, you know, so it'll be smart if she keeps him in the game. You know, it looks like she kind of likes Cody, I mean, just from what I've seen on the After Darks and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, maybe they're just friends, but it appears that way to me, just from what I've seen. Do you guys think that at all?
Yeah, I've heard like mumblings and rumblings kind of about that. That's kind of what's going on. She follows Cody around, and I don't know. It seems kind of like that. I don't really know, I guess. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, she's giving Cody what Caleb wants.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel bad for Caleb. I mean, he really likes to go. You can't help who you like. But, I mean, give it a break, Caleb. I mean, you're going to watch this later and be like, why'd I do that, you know?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be painful to watch for him, I bet.
Yeah, but he's in another world right now. Like, it's...
Absolutely. That's the thing that was, like, I don't blame him just because, like, you're in, yeah, exactly. You're in another world. You're in a microcosm. You're in a bubble, you know? Like everything is magnified in that bubble. Like everything that you feel is magnified. Everything that you think is magnified.
Yeah.
Like, everything times 10, no matter what it is. So it's like, if you're in love, then you're in love times 10. Like, so he's fucking obsessed times 10. I don't know. It's like, I totally agree with, or I totally relate with him, you know. I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. I mean, he's kind of brought it to the extremes, but I mean, a lot of it, I don't know. Like you said, everything's times 10, so whatever. Every day is like a week in the Big Brother house. We know that.
Absolutely.
I guess he's just really attached to her. So I don't know. Don't give him too much shit about it after the show. He's going to be giving his own self a lot of shit about it.
Yeah, he's going to be kicking himself harder than anyone else would be able to.
Who knows? Maybe she'll like him after the show, and we'll all be like, the joke's on us, you know?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. Maybe I'll be having a beer with him in Knoxville or something.
Yeah.
I doubt that they'll be. No, she was in California anyways, I think. But anyways, no, they both have really good families. I've talked to their families on Twitter and stuff. But I'd like to see one of them. I want to see a wild card person that I don't know what the hell they're going to do win the next HOH. I want to see, like, Victoria.
Victoria Jocasta. That HOH.
I really don't want to see Victoria win it. I want to see
Victoria Jocasta. That'd be the best HOH ever.
Oh God, I'd shoot myself in the damn
It'd be the best. It'd be so great. Who knows what they're gonna do? They're just gonna like, we're gonna put up ourselves.
Victoria will just do what Derek tells her to do.
Yeah, she'll do what Derek and Frankie say.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be interesting. I want to see
Jocasta would do her own thing though.
Yeah.
I think Amber at this point would do her own thing. I think a week ago she wouldn't, but now that she's been put on the block 2 weeks in a row, and I watched her that one night, she was just like, if y'all are going to keep putting me on the block, I'm just going to keep winning competitions. You know, I thought, you know, that's stupid to say because they're just going to backdoor your ass now, but it's really not that stupid. If I was put on the block 2 weeks in a row and had to fight to be there, I would be salty about it too and just be like, all right, then just keep putting me up and I'll keep winning.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah.
You know, she's got to be frustrated with it. And like,
last I heard, Amber said that she would put Dani and Zach up.
Why them? Like, I get Zach. Like, he's a smart player. He's a loudmouth. I get it. That would be a smart nomination. But Dani, like, you could work. She could work with Dani. Is she stupid? I mean, like, they're not seeing what we see though. It's so much easier.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
Up your couch, like she doesn't see that Dani would be a good ally. You know.
Yeah, the house has to divide at this point, really, because it's like
they need
otherwise
exterminators type shit to happen right now. Like seriously, like it's not. Like,
oh God.
Really, they need to start like an underdog alliance, like now.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, all right, it's time to start putting together the outsiders. Like this has to be the alliance that goes against the power.
Yeah, and then you have somebody like Christine though, who's like an outsider, who appears to be an outsider. But she's not, so people.
But she's the flip. She's the one that you flip.
Yeah. But
you know,
I mean, like, I don't think they know how tight she is with people.
But it's like I would. It would be an analog. Alright, it'd be the same as our season, like the moving company and me, and then the outsiders that were like you and Amanda and Andy, and like we picked up Jesse, you know, where it's like Christine kind of fits into both sides of the house. Like you guys gave me the way better option, where it's like, oh, this makes way more sense. Plus, I'm gonna be getting up people that I'm gonna have to compete with later, you know. So it's like, if you would form that outsider alliance, and then Christine is the swing vote, you know, she keeps them feeling safe, but she comes with us, you know. That's how
and I mean, like, plus on our season we had MVP on our side. It just made more sense, you know. I think.
Yeah.
Like I feel like them not wanting floaters last season backfired by putting Alyssa in the house because, you know, everybody knew that as long as Alyssa was on our side, whoever we wanted to go home could go home no matter who the HOH was. So this season they did what I guess they wanted to do last year, which I love the twist at first. Sick of it now. And you know, Christine, hopefully she'll realize the people that she's working with, she's going to be the low man on the totem pole eventually. And it might be in her best interest, maybe not to flip this week, but maybe like the next couple of weeks. Maybe roll whoever the next HOH is, if it is a wild card person. And or them, because I think that she's in a really good spot right now, but she's got to think, like, these people are not playing like how we played last year. They're like playing the Big Brother Olympics. They're going to have the strongest people ever in like the final 6, 7.
Yeah.
just gonna be chaos, and poor Christine's just gonna get picked the fuck off because she's gonna be the weakest link.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or they might keep her because she's the weakest link. I don't know, but I don't think that they're gonna keep her to the final two because she could possibly.
And I don't see that she's playing that card. I mean, when people from, I guess we'll call them the outsiders, go and tell her stuff, she runs and tells the detonators. But Christine is all over Cody's dick, and I don't see her leaving that at all.
Yeah. Everybody's all over Cody's dick. I wish I was Cody. Like, everybody. Like,
what'd you say? Oh, shit, yeah. Cody. Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, I definitely like him because he loves me, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, this dude, he's smart, he's physical, like, he knows the game enough to, like, not do something dumb. But, like, yeah, I don't know. I like him. I think that he might go far. But, like, I think the problem, like, everyone wanted him to put up Caleb. But I think if he did put up Caleb and Caleb went home, then I think that Cody would have been the next biggest threat. He almost would have shot himself in the foot in a way. But at the same time, if you keep Caleb, there's that possibility that Caleb's going to strike at Cody first, just, you know, because his relationship with Amber.
Yeah, but then you got Hayden and Nicole. They're kind of like insulated in these alliances. You know, like they're fine. Like I don't even think
they're going to stay pretty.
I think they're going to be safe.
They're going to float on, really.
And I mean, they're playing what game by doing that. I think.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly good game. You know. I agree.
One of the best positions, but I mean, they're also kind of outsiders. So after like Jocasta and Amber keep winning things or something, they're gonna be the only people that they can put up.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I thought it was smart of him not to put Caleb up as the replacement nominee because he's in his alliance. Caleb has proved he's a loyal guy, and he's the vote for the alliance. So it would be stupid for the detonators to put Caleb up. But then yesterday, Derek and Cody decide that they want to target Caleb this week. Well, why the fuck did you save him this week then? You could have gotten him out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you could have went, yeah, exactly. Yeah, agreed.
I mean, they had their shot to, I won't use the term backdoor because it's wrong because Caleb did play in the POV, but they had their shot to put him up when he had given up the POV and they didn't take it, but now they want to take it this week. It's like, well, what the hell? I don't get that.
Yeah, I wish that Cody would just team up with fucking Dani and Hayden and Amber and Nicole or something.
Well, he kind of is. Cody is in like a little bit of an alliance with Dani, Hayden, and Zach. But see, that's the problem. That's what you were talking about, Judd. Everybody takes Dani for granted, and they only talk to him when they need him, and they don't include him in things. They don't talk about things. Hayden is the best about doing that. But Cody is in a side alliance with Dani, Hayden, and Zach.
Yeah, I really like Cody. I'm just not a big Derek fan anymore.
Me either.
I'm sure he's a good guy outside the game. Everything I say is completely game related. I don't know. I just feel like he's getting too big for his britches in the house.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like I liked him before. I like him still. I think like he's a good player, but the problem is it's going to his head a lot. And
he's my least favorite player in the house.
And he's like, he seems like he's like, oh, I'm the king shit. Like I run this shit. Like that's a good way to get knocked down. That's the problem. Yeah, exactly. That's a cruising for a bruising. That's
the only thing you run is straight out the door next week.
Yeah, and he's stretching himself so thin. He is in with everybody and thinks everybody's in with him. And I thought he was going to be a good player too, and started seeing signs of it about 2 weeks ago that he was just playing too hard too fast. And then last week with his HOH sealed it for me because to me, if everybody in the house knows that you're the one pulling the strings, it means you're not a good player because they all know that you're doing it. And everybody knows Derek is the leader.
Maybe it's the cop in him, you know, like maybe he just can't turn that off like he planned on before he went in.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe he just, I don't know. I don't know how big of a, he's from a big city though, I think. So I don't know, like, you know how cops, I think he's kind of cops, but normally though they think that they're superior to other people and stuff because
power complex, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying maybe he's used to that role, and it's hard for him to turn it off. You know.
I think it's going to be. He's gonna end up kind of in the same position that Helen was, you know, where it's like people are gonna be like, yeah, all right, you run stuff, and then like let's never let this dude let's never let him be privy to actually what's going on, you know. It's like this guy gets off on knowledge, like we're not gonna give this dude any knowledge, so he can't have any more power. Like cut off his power, you know, and I don't know, see what happens.
Well,
Yeah,
I think his two biggest mistakes are he never lets people talk. He interrupts and talks over them. And you have to listen because you get information if you let people keep talking.
Yeah.
And people hate silence, and so they'll just keep talking and talking, and you'll get more information. So that's his mistake number one. Mistake number two, and I don't know what his thinking is behind this, but he started when he was HOH telling Nicole, I know how you're playing this game, and this is how you're playing it. And he'll tell them how he sees them playing the game. Why the hell are you doing that? It makes people...
He shows his cards way too much. Yeah, absolutely. And and again, like I don't think that it's like sinking his game completely. I think that there's definitely space to recover for himself, you know. But like it depends on his house guest. Like, will his house guest remember how much it is gone to his head? You know, I think he has room to recover. But
absolutely.
He has to figure it out. He has to be a little more self-aware and be like, all right, now I need to sit back and let everyone else run stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's still pretty early, and there's a lot of paranoia going on, even this early in the game. So I'm sure a lot of that has to do with a lot of what's going on with him.
Well, I think if Jocasta gets HOH or even Dani, I think those two will put Derek up. Right now, I don't think anybody else would have the balls to do it.
What do you think? Like the problem with this whole like America's Team America thing is that like really it's like creating a bridge between the Outsiders troop and the Detonators, you know, where it's like, okay, well we kind of have to keep because like if Dani wins HOH, I bet like he'll be like, well it's Team America, like I gotta protect my Team America back, so, you know, like so he might try to like keep Derek around. Like I want to know what the rule is about putting up other people from Team America Alliance. Like
I think they can do it.
I'm sure they should be able to, but it's still like weird as that. Like some people might adhere to that Team America thing and be like, well that's what America wanted, so I'm gonna be for America, you know. Some people might adhere to that.
Derek will play that card, no doubt. You know, rah rah, we're Team America. Don't put me up. We got to stick together. But I think Derek fucked that up last week when he was HOH because he talked to Dani in the storage room, and Dani pointed out, you didn't even talk to me. I thought we were supposed to be in an alliance and make decisions together. That's what you told me when we became Team America, and you never talked to me about nominations. You never talked to me about anything. So I think Dani is DU-triple-N with Derek.
Good.
Yeah, he should be. I mean, and if I were Dani, I would put him and Frankie's ass up because, you know, here they are like talking about their Team America challenges every week, and it's like them two making the decision and hardly even talking to Dani about it. You know, it's all about those two. And they need to realize America voted 3 people, not just 2. Like, you don't just pick the person you get along with the best and roll with them. You know, work together with all 3 of it. I don't know.
What do you guys think about the challenge this week? The put up a physical threat?
Oh god, I think that's the biggest fucking joke. And
was that not a total cop out? Like,
yeah, they could have put up Jocasta and thought of a reason why she was the biggest.
Yeah, exactly.
Read on it.
Her bow ties have won America over.
Yeah, like it should. Like, I mean, I know that I'm a nobody or whatever, but I mean, I wish it were more like how Dan and Eric, like as America's player, were.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
They would, like push somebody to get on the block.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish like they had to push for like, let's say America voted Christine. Like, I'm just throwing out a random name. Like, say America wanted Christine put on the block. Then Frankie, Dani, and Derek, I wish would have to like try to persuade Dani. I mean, I'm sorry.
Someone.
Cody. God, all their names are so similar. Cody, Caleb, I always get mixed up with these guys' names. But they should have had to try to persuade like him to put up whoever America said. What if it's like oh god, I don't know, like somebody that he's I don't know, just somebody like we'll just go with Christine still. Like he'd be like, why the fuck are they want to put Christine up out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
But that makes it a challenge for them.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you can just reason away, like, oh, I'm just gonna reason, like, oh yeah, exactly, Jocasta, because she's got the craziest bow ties. America's in love with that. If you can just reason through every single challenge. Like, no matter what the challenge is, like, they're just going to make up a bunch of bullshit and make some money. Like, this should be a real challenge, Like, it's stupid. And same with, like, the vote system on CBS. Like, oh, vote for silly hats for the photo booth. It's like, nah, come on. Like, I hate that. Like, I don't care what silly hats they have. Like, let me
I've never even seen their photo booth pictures. I've never even seen ours.
Yeah.
So posted on, like, Twitter and shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen much at all.
Did y'all get the vote on our photo booth props last year?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, this is like the first time they introduced like the voting thing, and like when they introduced it, it was like, okay, well they're gonna give us kind of like a Canada, like maybe we'll vote on tasks or something, something. Like give us something like that. Like let us punish them. I want that. I just always want punishment. I'm a glutton for punishment. Come on.
Speaking of punishments, Nicole is racking up these punishments this year.
Yeah, really.
It's like taking my spot with the punishments. Like, all she needs now is solitary.
Well,
I had 3, I think. And is this her second one now?
Yes. Yeah, she had the frog, and now she's got the germatard.
Germatard. I'm jealous.
It's actually been a year now since I've had it. Yeah, let's see. Sunday, I guess, is whenever I had confinement last year.
Yeah. McCrae's birthday is when you had it.
Yeah. It started the night.
I'm not really sure. I know it was the day of the veto, I think. No?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was the day that we played the veto. You went in that night at 5.
So I got out on Sunday at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of costumes, the chicken suits on eBay.
Get it now.
They're cussing me out, saying, keep your shit. And if you are, I'm going to come to your yard sale. I'm going to come to your yard sale, and I'm going to be like, keep your stuff, you. Me. I'm going to heckle your yard sale until you bring everything inside.
I think I'm going to bid on it. I kind of want that thing. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. And the reason I sell this stuff is I've met a lot of people at events that are Big Brother they collect memorabilia.
Yeah.
I collect, like I put on Twitter, I collect shot glasses from different airports that I'm at and stuff. I'm waiting around on my flight, I'll go by and get a shot glass or something. It's something I use and stuff. It don't take up a lot of space. I got a little house, You've been here. It's not a very big place, so I can't just be like hoarding my place with like Big Brother memorabilia.
Yeah, really. Yeah, me and Spencer are kind of locked into a battle of like who has the most Big Brother memorabilia. Now he's starting to get stuff from like other seasons and stuff, and he's got like Big Brother Canada 2 cast photo. I'm like, oh man, I'm lagging behind. I gotta start like collecting.
The coolest thing that I seen was in New Hampshire. This guy brought Cherry Garcia a gift, and it was the chessboard from season 6. But that's not why it was cool. It was cool because it was like he got all of us to sign it there, but it was signed from people from all seasons, not just season 6. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, this guy must have went to a lot of events or something. It was really cool. Just look at the names and stuff on there and who
that's super sweet.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like just the most random people that had signed it, and it's like, oh, that's badass,
That's really cool.
I think I signed my name next to April from season 6. I was like, that's kind of cool,
That's awesome.
Well, if you guys didn't sell your stuff, we fans would have no opportunity to own a piece of Big Brother history. It's awesome. I wish everybody would sell more, collect more in the comps, and we would love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't really, I keep, I'm keeping my key, and I'm keeping my cast photo.
Yeah.
And I'm actually getting them put in a shadow box right now. I'm going to have them hopefully hanging up behind me or something cool. But, like Spencer has like his little setup.
Yeah, it's super nice.
The other stuff I just really don't care. I'm not very sentimental at all. And I have in my scrapbook my aunt made me, like it's...
That's awesome. I love that scrapbook.
Yeah.
I've still got all my stuff. I've got so much stuff from Big Brother 15. Like, I have 2 boxes of stuff at home. Plus, I have stuff that my parents brought down here for me. Like, I have so much stuff. And, like, my problem is that I am sentimental. Like, I want to give away some of the stuff, but the other things I'm like, oh man, this is so cool. But
my aunt, she even printed out like tweets and stuff that like Ian and people had wrote about me last season. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like good and bad tweets. Like she saved them, and it's like funny to look at because I never would have seen those. You know, I was like, that's
like you should tell more families about that stuff. Like, because I thought that was so cool when I like went through it, like looking at all those tweets and stuff. I was like, that's awesome. Like,
yeah, I really like Caleb's brother, and I was like, he had tweeted out some picture that some fan had made. It was hilarious, and I was like, you need to save all this stuff for your brother, and like, you know, just make screenshots and print them out for him. He'll be hilarious once he's out, you know. Because I was like looking at these things that Alec had made, and I was like, these are hilarious.
So
you know?
good, yeah.
So weird, but so funny, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's, cool memories. I don't know. It's cool stuff like that you want to keep forever.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the main.
Yeah. Where were we at?
Nobody gives a crap about us anymore. We washed up. Get the pressure washer, and we're washed up. I love it.
So Nicole had the germatard punishment. Cody had to get his ass kicked for 24 hours.
I thought that was really cool. I thought that was super cool.
No, what is this theme? Is it because of the World Cup? I assume.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's why she had the germatard. And
now, answer this for me, because I wasn't watching the After Dark of the feeds whenever all this was going on. Did Caleb? Okay, Zach won a trip to Germany, and what I heard was that Caleb was trying to buy it or something.
They like made a verbal agreement about trading it or something like that, so that
didn't he want to bring Amber to Germany?
Yeah, that's why.
Amber, don't get on that plane to Germany.
No, but wait, you gotta hear why he wanted to take her to Germany. She's from Germany. So he wanted to take her to the hospital where she was born and get down on one knee and propose.
Where she was born? She don't remember where the fuck she was born? I was born like an hour away from here, and I don't, like I would even remember, like I don't think I was in the hospital.
It's so
I guess it's the cycle of life and death. I don't know.
Makes sense.
Caleb, please don't do that. Like, as soon as Caleb is out of the house, I'm gonna have to contact him. And be like, don't do this Germany thing. Like,
well, the DR said that they couldn't trade.
They couldn't trade?
No, they couldn't trade. So instead, Caleb told the DR to take his $5,000 and go buy a ring. I'm not kidding you. He seriously said that. And then he told the DR, well, no, but I really do want you to check on a cruise for...
Yeah, that's what I heard, yeah, the cruise. I thought that was so funny, like telling DR, like, you guys had to get a cruise ready. I just want to walk out of the house, walk onto a boat. Like, it's the last fucking thing you're going to want to do.
I'm sorry. I know he gets a lot of shit, and I give him some shit about it too, but I do feel sorry for Caleb. I really do. And
I feel sorry for him too. I think he's a good guy. I think that
he is. I think he is
getting
too.
a bad rap. You know, especially now that Devin's gone, he's going to be the easy person for people to hate on.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's a bad guy whatsoever. I just think that he's getting a little delusional in there. You know?
Yeah. But and you know, people blow shit out of proportion. Like, I'm sure you guys probably saw it floating around on Twitter that, you know, apparently he kissed Amber while she was sleeping on the cheek. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I seen it, but I didn't know. I don't know how serious to take things that I read on Twitter.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I saw that, didn't think anything of it, and then I saw that people were trying to make it into something it wasn't. So I did a post last night on my website that showed that they were talking. I gave the timestamps and even down to the second. He kissed her on the cheek goodnight less than 30 seconds after they stopped talking. So she wasn't sleeping.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't be making shit up on your fucking stupid-ass Twitter account, like trying to make somebody's character bad, because that's kind of messed up, you know?
I hate that. Yeah, I've read some pretty bad. I was reading stuff today that I was like pissed about. And they said like, oh, roughly at this time, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna repeat it because I don't want to give any credence to the fucking bullshit. So I went and looked, and I like went back, and I scrubbed, and I sat there and listened forever. And I was like, where is this? And like, why are people retweeting this if no one can find this? No one can confirm this. Like, I think that frustrates me to no end because that is character assassination. Like,
Yeah, and there's enough crazy
like,
shit that goes on. We don't need stuff made up, you know?
But it's like, well, at this point, it's like this cast, like, maybe, like, for us, it was like they didn't have to dig hard at all. But for maybe this cast, now they're just people trying to make shit up. Like, you know, like any controversy, well, I'll make up the controversy for this cast, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Cause I mean, yeah, this cast is very controversial at all, you know? Like, and everyone's minding their P's and Q's really hard. So it's like now people are just making stuff up, I guess.
Well, I mean, I guess after our season, you know, they're feeling a little pressure to be different. But I mean, like,
well, no, and that's the thing is like, okay, I don't blame them, but I think that the problem is that with our season, we gave all the feasters like all this fodder to like talk about, you know. It was nonstop talking, I'm guessing, about us. Now when we come to this season and they're all like being very smart about what they're saying, they're watching their P's and Q's, you know. It's like people are like, oh, well, we don't. You know, there was too much of a. Now they have nothing to complain about, and so it's like that was the.
Maybe they're smarter than us.
Yeah.
Maybe they're smarter than us because I mean, McCrae, you were kind of smart, but you did have a showman's.
Yeah.
You know, but you did watch what you say. I watched what I said. Maybe if our people would have behaved their damn selves, we would have got 16 beers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm mad about. What the hell? They got 16 beers?
Did they get 16 beers and wine?
And
Yes.
2 bottles of wine. I know.
That's insane.
I had a mild heart attack. It made me so mad. No,
That's
I was
insane.
glad for them, but then did anything happen? I just watched After Dark last night. I was really tired. I had to get up early.
I watched like a good amount last night, or I watched a good amount of last night this morning, and it was like, I don't know, they were getting kind of excited and they were having fun, but it was just, I don't know. I didn't see nothing too entertaining.
If I would have seen 16 beers, I was getting worried. I seen people like carrying beers like this. I was like, "You're gonna drop them! You're gonna drop them! Somebody help that guy out! Help! He's drinking like 4 beers." You know, my priorities are a little different than other people's.
Absolutely. No, those are my priorities too. Well, it's like, and I don't think Dani drinks. I don't know if Dani drinks. Like,
yeah, I don't think Costa does either.
Yeah.
Frankie doesn't either.
Yo Costa? Is it Yo Costa?
Huh?
Is it Yo Costa?
Joe Costa.
Well, I thought I've heard other people say that too, like Yo Costa. I don't know.
Yo Costa? Maybe you speak Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, really, Spanish J is Y.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
McCrae. Fucking like how the hell?
No, 2 L's is a Y. Never mind.
Oh, pollo.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of French. I don't know. We're getting so off track.
Yeah, sorry. It's my fault.
By the way, JoJo cannot make it tonight. She's having computer issues. Or, I don't know, some sort of issue. But she'll come on some other time.
No.
But yeah, they had 16 beers and
that's insane. That's so insane. Yeah, because they probably were like, oh, these kids are just gonna start fighting.
But they did.
Someone's gonna get punched in the face.
No, I think the funniest thing was last night. You guys know how Cody P's sitting down. He's admitted that.
I've never heard about this. I've never heard about this, but this is amazing.
Is that when Amber was looking under the door?
Yes. Did you guys see those pictures I did?
No.
Amber was looking under the door while he was peeing. Yeah. And Brittany said, "Oh, she can see your mister." And Amber said, "No, it's too small to see." So Cody got mad and he opened the door and he hit Amber with it. But she was laughing. I mean, it wasn't like, an Amanda trying to hit Alyssa thing. It was a joke. But
then I have egg accounts saying, "Oh, little dick. I'm gonna take 45 minutes to make a fake account that you're gonna block in 4 seconds and call you this little dick."
But then Cody comes out of the bathroom and he's holding the seat protector. It was just fucking hilarious.
Wait, why is he using I seen that. Why is he using a seat protector? I never even touched one of those.
I've never touched those. The seat protectors, never even dealt with those once.
No, I mean, you guys are clog that shit up.
Well, I don't know why he'd use it either. Y'all are roommates. I mean, what the hell?
Well, yeah, exactly. It just seems weird.
No, we had some dirty people though.
But it's not like it's a Target. It's not like it's a Target bathroom, you know. There's not like someone with like some sort of like hepatitis C in there, you know. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna catch from.
There's a few times with piss all over the lid. I was like, did somebody just come in and close their eyes, put a blindfold on, and just go? Like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't just say that you pissed all over the place?
Well, okay, yeah, but at me, I would clean that up. I wouldn't be like. If, like, seat protector, I'm all about, like, I'll take toilet paper, I'll, like, lay it down, like, super nicely when I'm out in public. But it was, like, there is, like, all right, I'm not going to care that much. I cannot care that much.
Yeah, I was a germaphobe before. Not really about bathrooms as much as, like, kitchen stuff. And I got over it, like, a week. Like,
yeah, exactly. Big Brother will get you over that kind of stuff right away.
Yeah, the dishes and stuff were my biggest thing. I was like, ugh. Because I think it's so nasty when there's not a dishwasher. But, yeah, that's why I always wash my own shit. But, then after a while, oh, well. But I would see bowls. I'd put, like, 7 bowls back in the sink because I was like, not clean, not clean, not clean.
Yeah. That's why there's so many dishes in the sink all the goddamn time.
Who the fuck thought this was clean? There's, like, a piece of yellow something in here. It's not
No,
clean.
that stuff grossed me out. I hate that. I hate that so much. Well, because me, I would never put them in the I'd always put them back in the cupboard. Fuck it. Someone else will clean it out. Like, I'm not putting it back
That's probably me. I probably seen it was like,
yeah, I got done. I was like, oh, this is not good. And then you got through them, put them in the sink.
I remember Andy picked a cup up one time and he's like, let's play a game called put this up thinking it was clean. And I was like, exactly, let's play it. What hands, because I scrubbed my shit good. Man, some nasty ass, I don't know. But yeah, they need a dishwasher like outside.
They need to shout at one another more. That's what I think. I think someone needs to get into a shouting match.
Somebody needs to just go balls out crazy. That needs to be Team America's next task.
Yeah, that's what it should be. Like, shout at someone. Like, that's what I want to vote on. Please let me vote on that.
Remember Canada wasn't it Adele? He had to say rude things to everybody or something?
I think it was Arlie. Yeah.
Arlie. He had to say rude things to everybody.
Yeah, like something like that would be awesome.
Man, these girls would go ballistic, dude. Especially Brittany, but Brittany will be gone. But
well, Brittany and Nicole had a little bit of a shouting match over Bedgate last week.
Ooh,
I know that was.
It was nothing though. That was the thing is like that's pretty much the best we can get with this cast. Like that's what I'm worried about. It's like I need someone to like. I think everyone's still just like in the mode of like, all right, I just don't want to be some of the characters from last season. Like I don't want to be, I don't know, Bubby. You know, like,
they're all too likable. I like them all so much.
Yeah, I love everyone so much. I like everyone. They're all good to me.
I thought that it might just be because I was on last season and I feel bad for him and I don't want to like talk shit about him because I know what it feels like.
I don't think so because like there's no villains. There's no like true villains. And like usually I root for the villains every time. Like I love a good villain.
Oh no, I fucking hate villains.
But I mean, there's no good villains. There's not even a villain, though. The problem is there's no villains.
I used to like villains until I lived with them. Now I'm just
the closest villain we have is Zach, and he's the only one giving us entertainment, so we all end up loving him.
Yeah, exactly. That's really the problem.
Zach is the rage on Twitter. Everyone loves Zach.
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't really get why they like him so much. I don't know if they have a crush on him or what. Like, I mean, he is a cool player. Like, even my friends like him a whole lot. You know, like, Zach is my favorite.
He's total entertainment. I mean, it's like McCrae and I were talking before the show. No way in hell would I ever be in an alliance with Zach. He's a loose cannon. He'd scare the hell out of you. But he is entertainment. When he gets bored, he just goes batshit crazy, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to hang out with in Vegas, I think.
Yeah, I think he's like gonna be super cool. He just reminds me exactly of my friend like that tried out for Big Brother before, where it's like he has the character of like I'm the best person there ever was and ever will be, like that, just like so cocky attitude, but at the same time deep down you know that they're not serious about it, but they think it's funny also. It's like that's why I don't know. That's why I like that character so much. I think he's like a funny character, and he knows that he's playing a character, and like real Zach shines through a lot of times, and that's another like facet of him that I find is really interesting and cool is that like there's like two
Yeah.
different Zachs, and like
Exactly.
he's complex. He's pretty complex, and that's what I think a lot of people like him. There's a lot of things to like about him.
He's a wild card. You never know what the fuck he's gonna do next. And
Exactly.
I love that. He's unpredictable.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to death, like you said, to be in alliance with him. I'd be like, ooh,
Yeah.
you know, because this guy might fucking like blow me out of the party like in 2 seconds, or he might have my back in 2 seconds. You never know what the guy's gonna do. But that makes good Big Brother entertainment. You know, like
Oh yeah, exactly. It makes
entertainment value is very, very important.
Yeah.
And
For
Zach
us
definitely-
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Entertainment value is big for the people on the outside. Doesn't mean anything to the people on the inside. Because it's like, if you want to last in the game, don't be entertaining. Like, that's what I think. Where it's like, you don't have to make all these crazy moves at the beginning of the game. Like, at the end of the game, it's different. Like, you can be more entertaining because you're going to get more screen time. You're going to have more options to make these big moves to change the direction of the game. But in the beginning of the game, there's no point in being entertaining. There's really no point because it's like that's only reason for you to get evicted is like, oh, this person's crazy. Like, Zach with all of his outbursts and stuff, it's like, I'd be scared if I was him because, like, that's a person I'd want out of the house because, like, who knows? He's a wild card. Like,
yeah, definitely. I mean, he's either
much.
playing a really smart game or a really stupid game. Like, people
Yeah.
might flip on him and get him gone, but I don't know, the fact that he can sit around and say, I don't like any of you guys, just like Dr. Will, and everybody laughs at him just like Dr. Will. So if I would have said that last year, people would have been like,
yeah, like, we got to
yeah,
get him
you know,
out.
and so
Yeah.
the fact that he can say it and gets by with it, and people
Yeah.
laugh about it, that's a good player, I think. I think he
Yeah.
might go a lot further. I know he does really reckless things, but I don't know. I think he's a really good player.
I know. That's why I'm liking him. I like his reckless abandon for being in the game. I know that he wants to be there and I know that he wants to win, but he is pretty much trying to convince him at this point that he does not give a shit whether he stays or goes. And to me, that is the best thing that you could do in this game. Is pretty much like, oh well, whatever. He can always just go next week. That's pretty much he'll be kicked down down the street, you know, for a later date. Like, okay, well, this dude is always begging to go up. Like, let's keep him around for next week. He'll go after we get this other target out, you know. Like, someone else is going to misspeak, someone's going to say something stupid, and they're going to be the next target. It'll never be Zach. Like, he just has to convince those house guests. He has to convince them that he really doesn't care. And the problem is that he actually does care, so he's got to put on this really, really good acting job, you know. Like, even Dr. Will, as much as in Season 7, sure, Dr. Will didn't care as much. But, I mean, at the same time, it's like, the dude still wants to win money. He still wants to win. Like,
No, I would think that he would care more because he'd won before and he wanted to
keep his
he wanted to
reputation.
show that he's a great player and not go
Yeah.
out really early, which he
But
did
it's like,
play super long.
yeah.
I think Zach is just a total mindfuck. That's all he is, and I love it.
Yeah, exactly. It's great TV.
But you know, he's not on TV that much. That's what I
Yeah.
don't get. They're not really showing this Zach storyline. You only get it if you watch the live feeds, at least for right now.
See, I wonder if they're thinking that he might just, like, stay around long enough where it's like, all right, we don't need to develop his character quite yet, you know? Because, like, they kind of did, like, Devin, like, oh, you know, Devin and his daughter kind of thing. They did, like, the Donnie thing with his family because they kind of figured that he'd be around for a while, you know? I don't know. I just think that, like, yeah, they'll get around to Zach. I'm guessing they're trying to, like, really figure out, like, how do we present this to the CBS audience? Like, that's what I'm guessing what their problem is right now.
Yeah, because how do you? He's just all over the place.
Well, exactly. I bet all the producers are like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Like, what is he going to do next? You don't know that you can't even predict anything about him. And that's what he is. He's like pure chaos, which is an awesome thing in the house if you're Zach. Like, having just that chaotic nature of, like, there's no rhyme or reason. Like, usually everyone wants to try to find logic and everything. Find this, like, logic, reason, fucking, like, this is why people have motive and stuff like that. But if you're Zach and you're just, like, chaotic, like, oh, put me up because who knows, whatever, it'll be silly, you know? That's just, like, the most chaotic thing ever. How do you plan for anything? How do you plan around something like that? You can't.
Right.
It's like Batman and Joker. That's what I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing
Exactly.
that beats logic and order is chaotic. Yeah, I don't know. Where'd Judd go?
I don't know. I guess he ditched us. Maybe
Yeah,
he was
he's out
tired
of
of us
here.
talking about Zach.
Yeah, he's over this Zach chat.
But God, if we didn't have Zach on the feeds, that shit would be a snooze fest.
No, exactly. Well, it's like that's pretty much every time I see him in a room, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch this because the first time I I liked him even preseason, all of his interviews. I knew exactly the character he was playing. I knew everything. Like, okay, I get it. And then like I didn't see that character come out in the beginning of the live feeds, whereas like mostly like him and Frankie like developing and like a relationship, and then like when I really saw it and it came back was that night that he like was in the camera like Victoria, I'm gonna make her like miserable, like all that stuff. Like I was like, oh my god, he's back. Like he's still in there. Like this character is still in there. And like slowly and slowly, I think he's been getting more comfortable. He's been like bringing that character out a little bit more. I think like the more comfortable he gets, the crazier he will get. Like that's pretty much how it's gonna go because he's pretty much feeling them out when he does these crazy things. You know, like that's like him feeling his way out and like seeing how the house guests are gonna react to him.
Right.
Like
Right.
even Devin said last night, you know, like Zach went up to him and was like, "Put me on the block." And then Devin was like, "Okay, well that's a good reason to put Zach on the block." And then Zach kind of like flips it back onto Devin, like, "I'm coming after you." You know, like Zach makes this whole scene. I don't know. Yeah.
He did the same thing the other night to Cody. He went up to Cody and was begging to go up on the block as the replacement nominee.
That's awesome.
He told Cody and Derek, he said, "Come on, just do it. I'm really fucking bored." I mean, he's bored. That's why he wants to do it.
And that, to me, is like really smart gameplay because that is like messing with your opponent's mind. Where it's like when everyone in that whole house is like, the last thing I want to do is go on the block, and this guy's asking for it multiple weeks. Like that has to like screw with your mind. Like that has to be like Jedi mind tricks. That's what it is. Like that's what he's playing on all these guys right now. That's scary to me. That'd be the scariest thing I've ever.
Yeah, but they're not scared of him. I don't guess. That's the.
No, they don't like. Some of the girls don't like Zach and want him out, but they don't ever talk about it's because of his strategy or what he's saying or that he's likable or not likable. They just they don't like that he sleeps all the time and has no reason to be there. Because after all, this is the season of the most deserving. So they don't feel like Zach is the most deserving, and so they want him out.
Judd, tell me what you always used to say in the house when you used to say like, who? What do you mean deserves it? What you'd always say like, you had a spiel about the deserving. Where you're like, well, why don't we just play Big Brother where you just throw a bunch of homeless people into the house? Like, why? Does
exactly. Like whenever there's somebody like, let's use Frankie for example. He's got a shitload of money. He's, his family's rich, besides his sister. I mean, his sister's like an international pop star or whatever. But who's to say that he shouldn't be there just because he's rich? You know what I mean? It's like, if you want to get technical, then everybody in there might have a little bit of money. Let's just cast all people that are completely dead broke, put them in there and let them compete.
Well, and that's the thing is like Big Brother is supposed to be like the reason I love Big Brother so much is that it's supposed to be people from all walks of life and how they interact with each other.
Yeah,
like, you don't have to have no money to be able to play a good game. You don't have to have a lot of money to be able to play a good game. And I think
you can be poor to play a good game. You can be
yeah, exactly. You could be the smartest person ever, and you could be poor, and you could play the best game that no one's ever seen, Like, you could be the richest person in the world, and you could play the smartest, most intelligent game. And, they don't deserve it. Like, that is not a reason. But, again, we both know that, like, you would bring up anything. You'd bring up any reason to try to be like, oh, this person needs to go because of this. They have too much money. They have not enough money. You would bring up anything just to, like, oh, that's another reason why they should go.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what's going on. But at the same time, that deserving bullshit doesn't fly.
Yeah, it's annoying whenever people say that they deserve to be there, too. Like, nobody does.
Yeah, no one.
Who's to say you deserve to be there more? Like, let's use Brittany, for example. Why does she deserve... Like, I like Brittany. I wish she was staying. I'd rather Dani stay before her, but I'm kind of upset that Brittany's leaving this soon. But she keeps saying she deserves to be there. Of course, I mean, they all deserve to be there. They got a spot. But who's to say she deserves to be there more than Joey, more than Pow Pow, more than Devin?
Yeah, like, what is the requisite of, like, what's the prerequisite of, like, deserving, and what is deserved? Like, that's bullshit. Like, it's...
It is.
Yeah.
It is bullshit. And the thing that annoys me is when they talk about, I just want to get to jury. If that's all you want to do, get the fuck out of there. You should go on Big Brother to want to win, not to go to jury.
At the same time, I also use that a lot. I'd always be like, my first thing was like, I had like checkpoints pretty much of what I'd always tell everyone, where it's like, you guys, I just want to get to my birthday at least. Like, it'd be awesome to spend my birthday in the house. You know, I'm sure this didn't affect my position in the house whatsoever, but I'd always be like, my birthday was the first one. Next one was like, all right, after my birthday, I was like, you know, I would love to get to jury. I want to get to jury. That I wish I could get to jury. But I would never ever end it with like, you guys can vote me out after that, you know. And it's like, once you make it to jury, then you're like, oh yeah, I just want to get to, you know, final.
I don't know those. Spencer always told me that crap of wanting to go to jury. And, you know, in the back of my head, like, it kind of gave me some sympathy for him. Not that if I had the opportunity to get rid of him, and because I had the same sympathy for Howard, because Howard said it too, but Steve said it repeatedly. I was like, oh, this guy really wants to at least just make it to jury, so I'd hate to see him go right before jury. You know,
exactly.
Once or twice, so I didn't feel as bad about Howard, but I did feel bad about Howard too. But
no, I felt bad about Howard, but at the same time, like, when you said that right there, it's like, I remember all the times where Spencer would always say that.
Always. I thought, why not just bring this guy to jury? You know, that's all he wants. You know. Exactly,
and that was like, and that is a smart plan. Like, for us on the outside, though, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're here to win. You're here to win, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. You're here but nothing to win.
You know, then I come back in, and I'm looking for people to work with. I'm like, Spencer's a great person for me to work with. You know, like...
Yeah.
You listen to little things that people say, though, so maybe people are hoping to get that sympathy, like...
That's why people say it. That's exactly why people say it. That's why I said it. That's why, like, a lot of people say that is, like, try to garner some sort of sympathies, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, of course, everybody wants to at least make it to jury. I don't know. I can't.
As a fan, I hate it. I hate it.
No, of course. But when
you know something... Go ahead, McCrae.
I was going to say, but if you ever went in there, that's fucking, I guarantee that's the same tune you'd be singing. You'd be like, you wouldn't be like, I just want to win this game, guys. I just want to win, guys. Just give me the game.
No, don't say that.
No, you'd be like, I just want to make it a jury. No, I'm such a fan. It would be amazing to see the jury house. That I could check that off my fan checklist, you know. You'd play up these kind of things, you know. And
Absolutely.
I agree that because I said that before I went into the house during 14. Like, I can't remember who would say it, but they would always say it, and it's like, I hate hearing that because you know secretly they want to win, of course, but no one's gonna be like, come on, guys, I just want to win.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that I have a dozen kids, and I'm gonna say I need to get to jury.
I
don't know. I always fell for the sympathy shit. Always, like I don't know. I just always felt bad for people and stuff. Like, Alyssa had a different strategy though, and I'm a little surprised. I don't know though. I kind of get people though that have children though, because I don't have kids, so I can't really know how that would feel to play Big Brother and have kids at home. But like, I get why some people would say that. You know, kind of feel like, I don't know if I want to go to jury because I have kids. You know, I'd like to be...
That was a bold strategy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you got to think before you say stuff like that because, I mean, what is it? Like, either you win or you want out? Like, we don't get...
and I think that's kind of like Brittany, Brittany is kind of shooting herself in the foot because we saw footage of her on maybe the latest episode, one of the episodes recently, that she was like saying like I just don't know if I can do it anymore, stuff like that, and like that's a red flag. Like Alyssa would say kind of stuff like that, but like every once in a while, but it's like Alyssa was super powerful. Like she had a weapon, she had a tool that was like, well, you're not going anywhere until. You know,
she was in a strong position when she said stuff like that. You know?
Exactly, and like.
And plus, though, I think a lot of it's gameplay. I think a lot of it's people missing their kids, though. You know, like.
Oh yeah, well, absolutely. How could you not?
A lot of people gave Devin a lot of shit for talking about his kid a lot, but I mean, He misses her. I mean, you can't blame him for talking about his kid all the time. That's probably who he misses the most.
No, yeah, exactly.
You know, I kind of shut outside off when I was in the house, but, you know, I didn't have a kid, so I don't know what
Well,
that feels
me and
like.
you are pretty young, whereas like pretty much like, well, I don't see my family that much anyway, so like, fuck it. Like that's how I felt too, where it's like I shut off family for a long time.
Well, Derek's the same age as I was when I was in the house. You know, he's 26.
But he's got a kid and a wife and like family and.
Well, and speaking of family, I'm sure you guys probably heard that Frankie's grandfather passed away.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, sympathies to the family. And
Yeah, condolences to the Grandes for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really hard.
Yeah.
but I saw a little bit. I haven't really been on Twitter because, yeah, I just woke up right before the show. But I saw a little bit that apparently they're not going to tell Frankie, and I know there are some people up in arms about it.
Yeah,
No, they
is,
should
like,
not tell him.
No.
I heard that it was his grandfather's wish that they didn't tell him. So don't.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing he can do about it. You know, he's already deceased. So I mean, just let him. All it would do is worry Frankie to death.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like if you tell Frankie, if you tell him, you might as well pull him from the game because
he's gonna want to talk to his mom or his sister, his brother.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how could you play the game knowing that everyone on the outside is going through this horrible thing? It's like, how could you keep two separate lives? Like, it's impossible. Like,
right.
If you tell Frankie, you have to pull him from the game because his brain cannot. It can't do it. I don't think anyone could do that ever.
Right.
He's gonna feel selfish to stay there too. You know, like if it were me, I would feel like people would, because you don't know what people are thinking on the outside and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, you don't know if you stay in there, like it'd be like such a hard position because you don't know if you stay, if it makes you look like you're selfish and you don't care about your family.
Yeah.
If you leave, like there's nothing you can do. I mean, it's a weird situation.
Well, and you have to think, you know, his grandfather was ill before he went in. You would have to think they would have that. I mean, hell, just when I auditioned for Big Brother, Bobby and I had the discussion of, if this happens, you know, have them tell me. If this happens, don't tell me.
Tell me.
You would think they would have to have the discussion.
That's exactly what it is. Like, I even had the discussion, like, with my family, and, like, my family's, like, somewhat, like, healthy, where it was, like, there was no immediate medical concerns, where there was probably in his situation. Like, I guarantee 100% that they talked about it, and, like, you know, they kind of worked it out before. Like, these people up in arms about, like, oh, that has to tell them. Either one, you think that they want Frankie to be ejected from the game because literally that's pretty much like a suicide for Frankie. Right. If he finds out about it, it's game over for Frankie. He's done.
Well, even if he stays, he's going to be thinking about that the whole rest of the time.
That's what I'm saying. Is like it's gonna just sink his whole game. So people that
worry about his family back home and stuff.
And people that want Frankie to know, either want that one or two, like, they don't understand that people have had these conversations before. People don't, like, I don't get it. I just don't get why people are, like, so up in arms about it. It's like everyone should have thought about this stuff. If there's a huge family emergency, you know, like if it was my sister, it'd be like, all right, well, I'm coming out, like, no matter what. Like, but
well, like, I think that it should be up to his family's judgment. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And no one should be like, it's Frankie's
situation better than us. So I think that it should be like whoever his close family is, like his sister, his brother, whoever it is.
And I think it might be a little bit different if it was a recruit, you know? Like, Frankie is like, he likes the game, he knows the game, he's a player, he knows...
No, I don't think it matters if it's a recruit or not. Anybody in the house is going to...
Well, alright, well, his family, though, because his family might take that into judgment. If Frankie has been, like, dreaming about being on Big Brother for a long time, they understand what it means to him, you know? Like, a recruit that's like... Say if something happened, heaven forbid, you know, something happened to Candace, you know, like, Candace would probably want to be pulled. Her family would be like, well, she doesn't really, you know, care that much.
I get what you mean, McCrae. Totally, I agree.
Where it's like, you know, my family is like, it would have to be like pretty much the closest person to me would have to go before my family be like, all right, tell him, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what
It's
I'm
not
saying.
like-
It's the family's judgment, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely, and they
The
know better.
That's definitely between the family and production, you know.
Yeah,
So I respect whatever they decide to do about that.
Yeah. Well, and I hope everybody
Absolutely.
else on Twitter and the fans to respect it too.
yeah, absolutely.
None of
That
anybody,
whole thing
none of
has
our
been
business.
bothering me all
Like it's
day.
none of anybody's
Yeah.
business. Like it's between Big Brother and Frankie's family at this point.
Yeah.
So none of our business at all. But
Yeah.
our
But yeah,
condolences
we
definitely
wish-
go out to the
yeah.
Grande family.
Yeah, we wish all the best for them. And
Yeah, and you know, 'cause I guess people do worry about their loved ones. I mean, Helen's father was sick whenever we were in the house. You know, she worried a little bit. You know, I don't know. We'd have to ask her what she had said. You know, 'cause I don't remember. Really, we just briefly talked about it one time, but he passed away after the show. But I mean, I don't know. That's a tough situation right there.
Yeah, really tough for everyone involved.
Yeah, for Big Brother and his family. You know?
Well, that's us thinking, like, production, they have to be in a real sticky position, too, you know? Like,
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. But his family though, they know Frankie better than anybody, so they'll have the best judgment. And
Yeah. Absolutely. And everyone should respect that.
yeah, absolutely respect their
Yes.
decision.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine going through that. So
Yeah.
you know, like Big Brother's the least of their issues right now.
Concerns. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
their concerns, not their issues. Their concerns. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, who do you guys want to see win HOH this weekend? And not this weekend, this Thursday.
Thursday. Someone else go first. I don't want to go
Okay,
first.
I want either Donnie and Hayden or okay, really I want Donnie and Hayden. But for entertainment purposes, I wouldn't mind throwing Zach in there, but I think he would drive Donnie crazy. But since I'm pretty sure it's going to be endurance, I'm afraid Donnie doesn't have a chance. So I'll go Hayden Zach.
Donnie's good though. I think I'm gonna go with Amber 100%. I want to see Amber win this HOH. She deserves it.
I think you say these things just to drive me crazy sometimes.
No. I love Amber. She's probably her and Hayden and Cody and Donnie are my 4 favorite players.
I don't get the Amber hype that you're all about, Judd, but I respect it.
Because she is having to play a harder game than other people. Like,
in a way, like, I feel like she has to play 2 games at this point, like, because she's been thrust into this Caleb position. Like, she has to play 2 games.
she's like the Caitlyn without a showmance and without like tight
without the
friends.
serious prospect of Jeremy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right,
She
okay.
doesn't have the tight friends like Caitlyn does, so she has nobody really. I mean, if you think
and
about
like you're all about the underdog. She's totally underdog at this point.
yeah, I'm all underdog, team underdog
Yeah.
all the way. I mean, I like Zach a lot. He's a great player, but you know, I don't like these cocky ass attitudes. People just thinking that they run shit. You know, I want to see people that don't feel that way. Be like, all right, you want to see who runs shit? I run shit now. You know?
So we should say we want the person that will put Derek up to win HOH.
Yeah, and I hate that because Derek was my favorite
Derek
like 2 weeks ago, and now Derek is like my least favorite in the house.
That's why I'm still like holding out hope. Like I think Derek could pull it around and like.
Yeah, it's still early. It's still very.
That's why I don't want him to go up, because if he goes up, he's probably gonna go home, because if that dude's on the block and I'm in that season, he's going home. In my opinion, I will beg.
I'm not really saying that I want Derek to go home right now. I just want him to get a little shook.
That's what needs to happen. He needs to get knocked off his pedestal. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want. I'm not saying that I want him to get nominated and go home. I just want him to get nominated and get a little shook.
Shook is right. Shook is right. All
right. Like, let's see what you're really made of, Derek, and how good you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want. I think that I want to see a different side to him. I don't know. Maybe he's got a big head because he's on America's team and stuff. He's a big fan.
That probably, yeah.
He looks back and he sees that Dan and Eric were America's player before, you know.
Yeah.
Like, wow, people really think of me like that. Maybe you don't know what people are thinking on the outside.
Absolutely.
You know? So
I think. What were you gonna finish that off? Finish that thought off?
Yeah, I mean they're in a weird position. Like you gotta throw him a little bit of respect because they don't see what we see. You know, like he don't know that we're talking right now saying, yeah, you need to get off your pedestal. You know, he might not even realize that he's on a big pedestal right now. You know.
Absolutely.
So he
so
wants to go home, but he needs to get shook.
For the HOHs, I think definitely just for pure chaotic nature, I just want to see Zach win the first one because like he could do anything at this point.
I think he would just put up Joe Costa and like.
No, but not if Joe Costa's the other HOH. Zach and Costa. That's what I want to see because Donnie's gonna be safe on Joe Costa's side, and then Zach's
Victoria and Nicole. I mean Victoria and Amber.
Yeah, Zach doesn't like Victoria and Amber, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then he would just get Joe Costa to put up the bigger threat like Caleb and.
But Joe Costa's not gonna fuck. She will not bend. I don't think she's gonna just bend to anyone's pressure. She'll like take advice from Donnie, I think. And like depending on how Donnie feels about the America stuff, like maybe Donnie puts a little seed of like, ooh, Derek should go up, you know, or maybe even like who knows, you know, Frankie. I don't know where Joe Costa's head is at all. So I think it can only be interesting. That's what I want to see.
That combination would definitely be interesting.
Yeah, pure entertainment value for my HOH picks. That's what I say.
Okay, good job, McCrae. I like your picks.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't think things are gonna pan out like you little experts think.
I don't think it'll happen either. I definitely don't think it'll happen, but that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. I'd like to see. Like I'm team underdog. You know, I'm not just team underdog though. I mean, like I want to see them really want it. I don't want people to just do well because they're underdogs. Like that's why I'm such team Amber all of a sudden. Yeah. Whenever I was watching After Dark the other night, she really showed a lot of passion that she really wanted to be there. And you know what? Joe Costa, whenever she got that veto from Donnie, she cried and was so thankful for it. She really wants to be there. She wouldn't have been so emotional about it.
You know what I mean? But
she does want to be there. She doesn't relate to the people, I don't think. Like, everybody else is kind of around the same age. They kind of relate to each other.
I just don't get why doesn't she just like. But I just don't get why she doesn't just start crying after everything. Why not everything? Because like, okay, well, she gets one more day there. Like, oh well, the moon, the sun's going down. She should just be crying because she's gonna be there tomorrow. Like, oh my God, she's been like bawling over things that she hasn't been able to control at all. It's like, just take a chill pill. You didn't do anything to win this, you know. Like, I get that you're really excited to be there, but like. You should be crying about every single thing that happens in the game because that's what's allowing you to be there. I don't know. It just seems like, okay, come on, all right. We get it. We all want to be there, but she just takes it like she didn't do anything to win that. She acts like, I don't know. Don't even get me started. we gotta
just because she's not in the majority, though, because she's not in with the cool crew, don't mean that she don't deserve to be there.
Oh no, I'm saying that like for Amber kicked that competition's ass. She killed it, like, and Jacosta's like, oh, I'm so thankful, blah blah blah. It's like Jacasta, if you were sitting on the block, no matter, probably the person next to you would have went home anyways. Like. You aren't playing such a huge role that everyone wants to get you out. Like, get over it. Like, you're gonna be there for a while.
No, they want to get her out. They want the Big Brother Olympics this season. Whenever it gets down to the final, like 8 Olympians, they're gonna be like, "Wow, why the hell did we do this? Why did we get rid of all these weak links early on in the game? What the hell were we thinking?" Because
that's true.
What it's gonna be like, it's gonna be the hardest like. In the history of Big Brother, because let's keep competitors in, so it'll be the hardest season for us to ever win. Shut the hell up! I'm really gonna regret this. Really gonna regret it. Yep. Like, it's all gonna be fun and games till Caleb's whooping y'all's ass at these comps at the end. And y'all like, well, we could have wiped him out a few weeks ago. We could have wiped Zach a few weeks ago, but we wanted to keep strong competitors in. Now my ass is fucked. You know, like. I feel like that's why the game's going to get better after the twist and after a couple more people go. I think, you know, it's kind of started off a little slow. You know, the twist kind of made it a little exciting at first, but then the twist has kind of wore off. I think this season's going to get really badass in like the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I agree with that.
People are going to be like, wow, why did I align myself with this person? They're going to kill me.
Yep.
Like, people are going to have
Everything's going to start changing. This is whoever takes HOH this week. Everything's going to start shifting. I think everything's going to start shifting into like a more permanent, cemented set of alliances, I feel like. And a set of alliances that will go back and forth and attack each other. Like, I think whoever, depending on who wins HOH, these kind of things are going to start to cement themselves out. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about it.
And, you know, and Victoria, though, like, what do you think about her? Do you think that she's going to win this, or do you think a crow's going to come and swoop away?
Swoop her right into the cup. Yeah, she's gonna win it.
What if they're in a competition and they have to race and like she trips and a crow like comes and lifts her and like drags her to the finish line and she wins the next HOH?
I'm calling it right here. She's gonna win, Big Brother.
Her mom is gonna summon a crow to come.
Yeah, she's gonna win Big Brother 16. She'll win it.
Victoria, no, she was drunk last night, but I don't hate Victoria. Her stories crack me up, and seeing Jocasta and then laughing at her crow story and that she made out with somebody when she was 8 and stuff. Like hating, like I have a GIF on my phone. I'll send it. He's like, what? 8?
8.
It's hilarious. You know,
that is funny.
She's a funny person if you like watch the feeds or the After Dark.
Yeah.
I mean, like I always, to my friends and stuff, I act like I believe the crow story. I was like, you never know with technology these days, you know. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You know, I believe the crow story. I believe that she was picked up by a crow. Her mom like grabbed her out of the crow's talons. I believe it.
Seems real.
I don't know why y'all are laughing. It happened.
You never know with technology these days.
You never know. But, no, I think it's going to heat up. Things are going to get better. I keep saying this, though. I keep saying things are going to get better, you know, but things have been staying the same. I think it's because such a huge alliance is working together.
Yeah.
But people are going to have to – this is the point where people start turning on each other, too.
Yeah.
On any season. So
yep.
We'll just stay tuned and see how things pan out tomorrow night. And I think the feeds and the After Darks are going to be really, really good.
Yep.
After tomorrow night.
Yep, I agree.
Or tomorrow night in general, you know, after they have the HOH and all that. So I'm really excited about it. Team Amber, Team Dani.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Caleb. No, I don't know. I don't have a team. I like Hayden. I like a bunch of them, you know. But best luck to all of them. Definitely thoughts and prayers go out to the Grande family and also to Gina Marie and her recovery. Get to stepping, Gina Marie. Get well soon. Hope your leg heals up. And
get those heels on, Gina Marie.
My mom texted me and told me to tell you to get to stepping as well, Gina Marie. So my mom said from her and my dad, they hope you get well. And she told me to stop cussing so much.
Yeah, I got in trouble for that last week myself. Bobby said, you throw the F-bomb too much. I'm like, no, I don't. I just talk normal. And he goes, yeah, you throw the F-bomb too much.
I don't think about what I say until I say it. That's why we're on a reality show, McCrae.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, maybe it's me.
We're hooligans. That's why
we're hooligans.
We're nightmares.
Or as Zach would say, you dinguses.
We're BB-15ers. Stoners.
Stoners.
No, but I'm looking forward to checking out tonight's episode. And guys, don't forget to go to heartsofreality.com. It's for Give Kids the World. Me and McCrae are going along with Alyssa and Andy from 15, Paola from 16. A lot of Big Brother alumni, a lot of Survivor alumni, JR from Opposite Worlds. So if you can make it out there, if you're in the Orlando area, that'd be awesome. You can check out the schedule. It's on JuddNation.com, also on heartsofreality.com. And you can click on any of our pictures and donate. You know, even if it's $1, $5, anything.
Everything helps.
It all goes to Give Kids the World. It doesn't go to us. They just make it where you can donate under someone's name. So definitely check that out, and you can read about the organization. It's a really good cause. I've been reading up about it, and I've talked to a few people that have been there with their kids before. So it's a really good charity, and I'm glad that we
it's
get to be a
awesome.
part of it. Yeah, I didn't know much about it until the last few months, so really looking forward to that. So check that out. Also, anything you want to plug in, McCrae?
I pretty much do my Twitch every once in a while. Check out me on Twitch. It's www.twitch.tv/chumlord. And I pretty much just play video games and answer fans' questions about Big Brother. I usually do it after every Big Brother episode. So I'm talking a lot of Big Brother. It's a great little community. Everyone comes out and chats about Big Brother. So it's a really fun time. So everyone check that out.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that you did that. I actually seen you do it when I was visiting you, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you appeared on one episode, yeah.
No, it's really cool. I need to tune in, you know.
Absolutely, you better.
Yeah, I'll play against you.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to start doing that. That'd be fun.
You kill me because I don't play many video games. I only play
Good at
NBA 2K13. I don't even have 14 yet. I didn't.
Oh, let's play that. I got 14.
Yeah, behind. I'm just gonna get
15's out now. Yeah.
Is it out already, or is it coming out in October?
I don't pay attention.
Usually it comes out in October.
All right, I gotta get this going. I gotta figure out how to stream this. I don't have TV, so that's how I watch Big Brother episodes. I stream them legally, totally legal. It's all legal. So.
Yeah, well, if you can't find it, I'll FaceTime and put it on the TV.
Okay, that's what we do every week.
I watched Canada with Alec Bill.
That way.
But anyways, thank you so much. Sorry that JoJo couldn't make it. She was having technical issues. She will be on soon. McCrae, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
Dani,
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much as always. You can follow me at Judd Nation. You can follow McCrae at
McCrae Chum at McCrae Chum.
McCrae Chum. Why Chum? Like, I don't
because Dingo was always like, I don't know who you are because it used to be McCrae Olson. And then I'm Chumlord on the Dingo chat, on Hamster Watch Dingo chat. And so she was like, so I was like, well, I'll make it McCrae Chum, so then she knows that it's Chumlord. I don't know. So it just became, it's a Big Brother related, so there.
What the hell is Chumlord? From the Chum Bads?
It's from Wonder Chosen, actually.
Oh, yeah, we love Wonder Chosen.
Exactly.
Don't watch your Wonder Chosen, kids.
All of the kids should watch Wonder Chosen.
No, don't watch it. It's pretty messed up. But and Dani at BB All Summer, and also check out JuddNation.com. This video will be up there along with other videos that we've done in the past. We also have merchandise at JuddNation.com store,
which is also on sale right now for a limited time. You can get T-shirts for $15. They're on sale.
Absolutely. So check that out, and then also there's news, events, and stuff. It's a really cool site, Dani. Thank you so much for helping me with that, and you're the best.
Yeah, thanks, Dani, for being awesome.
Yeah,
you're welcome, guys.
And then Gina Marie has these shirts with the boom. I have the boom shirt. It's black, but I couldn't find it tonight for this, so I'm actually wearing Dani's shirt.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
Because I got this shirt for Dani, and I couldn't find my boom shirt. I have a shirt that says boom, and it's my favorite, but I think it's actually in the wash right now. So.
Get the Steppin's way better.
Yeah, but yeah,
see, I like Boom though because one of my bulldogs' name is Boom Shucka, and so we call her Boom Boom. So Boom, that's pretty
cool. I guess, yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
Well, that is cool. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, everyone.